Greetings, members one and all of this Salivation Nation. Gold prices are up a bit, getting closer and closer to that $2,000 psychological level, still at record highs. Silver prices, though, have kind of stayed back a bit. They're relatively stable. Yea, though, premiums are rising, and buyers' patience is wearing thin. Let's explore. That's right. It is a new day here. And again, I apologize. I am off-site, so I'm not near my present location. But the news does break, and we've got to comment on it whenever we can. There's a lot going on in the markets for sure. These are unprecedented times. Of course, that statement alone is unprecedented. We've been saying it more this year than any other year in recent memory. There's a lot of factors that are coming into play that are having an effect on the markets. And people are nervous out there for sure. But silver buyers are frustrated, and it's understandably so, given where the premiums have risen much more now than what gold we've seen in gold as of late. In fact, I was doing a little research here, and if you go to findbullionprices.com, you can see what they're charging for one of these coins here, the Silver Eagle. It's crazy. The cheapest deal I can find on them is about $31.38 as of right now. That's essentially a 28.3% premium on the coins, about $6.92 as of the recording of this video. And they range up from $31.38 all the way up to $37.99. So what's happening here? Well, same thing as before. Essentially, there is a supply chain issue that's continuing. And as noted by a recent article from Kitco, where supply is uncertain, with an interview that was taking place between a production in Mexico and Argentina from Rob McGowan, who is the CEO of McGowan Mining. McGowan, however you pronounce it. He says that mining in Argentina, the company's San Jose operation, is hampered by travel restrictions. In Argentina, there are no flights. The mine is in southern Argentina, and the bulk of our workers come from northern Argentina. So the mine is operating at about 50% capacity. Overall, McEwen said precious metal production is uncertain worldwide, especially silver, especially in that part of the world. You have Peru and Mexico as well, which are the largest silver producers in the world. COVID-19 highlights the issue of the unpredictability of production. All of a sudden you have COVID-19 case and maybe you can't go underground. Maybe you shut your mine down to prevent spreading, he says. The unpredictability of production paired with sharp demand is driving silver higher. And in Thursday, silver hit another 6.5-year high overnight. September COMEX silver prices were last down at $23.03. But factors driving silver higher are gold and the interest in precious metals right now. There's also increased industrial demand due to the government stimulus. We talked about that in a previous video that could drive silver prices higher from what's going on with stimulus in Europe. So yes, there's a lot of different factors that come into play which are pretty bullish for silver, even though we've seen sort of a pause right now of the prices going up. Gold is up 18% since March, but silver is up 83%. In fact, if you really take into account the paper silver price, silver was trading below $12, and now it is over $24. It's up over 100% based off the paper price. But buyers didn't realize any of that. And why? Because premiums were so high. And as I just noted before, for Silver Eagles, which is the most popular bullion coin in the entire world, you are going to be paying a pretty hefty premium for these coins right now. And it is something that's frustrating, but it is the sign of the times, and it does happen to some extent whenever there is a big run-up on price, or there's a heavy demand for the metal, but it's only exacerbated by coronavirus this time. So this is something that I think is not going away anytime soon, and it has been relegated and talked about essentially by Jerome Powell's statement today. They're leaving rates unchanged, and that is bullish for gold for now. Will silver soon follow? I believe it will. You know, it is something, what's going on in the markets these days, and this shiny white metal here is making people nervous, for sure. And but it has a long way to go to the top. There's no question about it. And I believe it's probably just a matter of time before we see the price continue to increase. What that increase will look like is anybody's guess. I believe it'll go up with gold, but will it go up faster than gold? Well, the recent little run-ups that we saw say yes, it will. But what kind of measure that will be is we'll just have to wait and find out. Silver's been very unpredictable for quite a long time here, but you know, it's an age where people are nervous. Gold is getting so expensive now that most people are turning to silver, and they're buying it, and they're paying the higher premiums. And you've heard me talk about in the past few videos from this location where I've talked about, you know, what is your comfortability level on paying these premiums. For me, I'm probably not a buyer at these premiums and these prices, but you know, I could be kicking myself if I don't buy, and silver skyrockets to another $4 or $5, and then the premiums go up even more. Let's say that silver spot price goes up another $5, or let's say it goes up to $30, and there's still a 28% premium on top of that. Or a 30% premium, then I might be kicking myself for not buying now. Those are the kind of questions that buyers have got to ask themselves. What and why this is happening. Now, it's convenient and it's understandable to want to blame bullion dealers, but I believe it's really a matter of the supply. And they're having a hard time getting the supply as well. But nonetheless, silver is rising. And it's not necessarily the spot price. It's just we're seeing it magnified through these premiums. And so if you've bought silver before, this big crazy news we've seen here recently, well, you did well. I remember I paid a fairly hefty premium for a tube of Silver Eagles, but it wasn't so bad at the time when they were purchased. But you know, I've basically made back all of those premiums now. If I ever wanted to sell those Silver Eagles back to any dealer anywhere, people are telling me that they're seeing a dealer start to pay, you know, $2-3 over spot at the very least for Silver Eagles, which is a good thing. There's no question that's a good thing. But other people are telling me that some dealers are paying literally under spot for Silver Eagles. And I want to encourage you not to sell your Silver Eagles for at least under spot. And I would definitely ask if you need to sell and you have Silver Eagles, you make the deal. You make the price. Do not sell your Silver Eagles for spot or under. It is a seller's market. There's no question about that. Supplies are limited. Dealers need these coins, and they can still make a profit on them for over. But my advice is to not sell Eagles for under spot. In fact, I wouldn't sell them for anything less than $1 or $2 over spot. For generic silver, much the same. I would say I would not sell it for under spot price. If a dealer makes you an offer for under spot, just say no thanks and walk away. I guarantee you're in the driver's seat as a seller these days when it comes to these metals. But nonetheless, If you're curious about this particular silver eagle that you see before you, I posted a video about it earlier. I would encourage you to check it out. I'll link to it at the end screen of this video. It is my personal pocket piece, and I would encourage you to check that video out. And I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch this video, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.